Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and welcome to another flight in the PMDG 777-300ER. Today we are going to do an absolute classic, taking her from New York's John F. Kennedy Airport over to London Heathrow, which is a flight that British Airways flies several times a day on the 777s. Now, really looking forward to this, crossing the Atlantic in less than 6 hours of flight time, so I'd say without any further ado, we are just going to get right into this one. At this point, also thank you very much to Say Intentions AI for sponsoring today's video. If you like today's ATC, then they may just about be for you, so check them out using the link in the pinned comment or the video description below. And then let's take a seat in our 777 over here and start getting ready for today's service. Now, as always, we are going to start this one by getting our SimBrief data so that we can have a look into the flight plan. Starting with the weather charts, this is what today's flight looks like. We're departing New York and then heading along the American East Coast, all the way across Newfoundland, across Nut Track Victor, and then via the southern tip of Ireland into the United Kingdom. Now, we do have quite a lot of weather over here, and as you can see, our route of flight pretty much directly mimics that jet stream over here, which is also the reason why we got such a short flight time. The second half of our flight, then again crossing that jet stream for a smooth approach into Heathrow. Now, for the weather conditions, we are looking at beautiful weather over here in JFK, probably runway 31 right, active for departures, and then Heathrow is giving us beautiful weather with some showers of rain at the moment, and tomorrow morning again showers of rain, broken clouds, so that type of stuff. Our first alternate is London Gatwick today, and that one has exactly the same weather conditions as Heathrow basically, so overall quite good to go. Now, having a look into our flight plan, we are leaving New York at 0140, which is in approximately 19 minutes, and then we are arriving an hour early over in Heathrow, so absolutely easy going. Radar vector departure, climbing the flight level 330, and then crossing the net in level 340, later on 350 before starting the descent into Heathrow. Pretty high zero fuel weight today, due to 35 tons of cargo in our hold, and with all of that in mind going down in our flight plan, we've got 50.6 tons of takeoff fuel plus taxi. Now, this being New York in the evening, we're probably going to be using quite a bit more taxi fuel, so let's make it 1,000, so we end up at 51.6 tons of fuel. Let's go ahead and load that stuff up, and then we can get going. So 51,600 down here. Alright, beautiful. Now, just while we're on it, I gotta have a very quick look into the settings over here, because I think I have configured the aircraft for usage on VATSIM, but we will be using Say Intentions today, so just gonna give you that little screen over there while I'm changing that, since PMDG does unfortunately not have a streamer mode, and I don't want to make my hobby key and my Say Intentions keys public. Alright, so that in mind, I think we can now start, and we are going to start with the GSX boarding over here, and while that's in progress, let's go ahead and turn on the Edu, let's turn on the voice recorder, the logo light should also be on, and looking down there, refueling. Why is our aircraft in pounds? No, not gonna do that. Because it changed the internal registration. Okay, load from another, and we got the Golf, where is it? Sierra Tango Bravo Charlie. That's ours. Okay, that's better, isn't it? Okay, cool. So 51.6 tons of fuel are now on board. Lovely. Okay, so let's go ahead and recall all of those messages over there, just making sure that there is nothing unexpected. The oil quantity is good, the status page is looking good, hydraulic is sufficient, oxygen pressure is good, messages are checked, and while we're on it, we can quickly do the oxygen test, left side and right side. Alright, fantastic. So with all of that out of the way, we can go ahead and get started by requesting our ATIS. So flight information, ATIS request for JFK, and that will be a Say Intentions ATIS, send that one, thank you. Well then, FMC 777-300 G90 engine, nav database is up to date. Copy and paste the GPS position, and we can do a route request down here as well, which is now on the way. Okay, so while all of that's going on, let's start by grabbing our departure charts. So JFK airport charts, and we're standing in Terminal 8 over here, and then we need the SID as well, Kennedy 5 most likely, like that. Okay, lovely, so all that stuff is there and pinned. Then, okay, that was this one. I was kind of hoping for the Atus, but okay, here we go. So the route is loading. Here's the Atus. So JFK arriving 13 left and right, departing 13 left. Interesting, not runway 13 right. Okay, well that's fine. Then we're probably gonna go off runway 13 left. But let's go ahead and request our clearance rather early, then we know what to expect right from the beginning on. So departure clearance. Atus Tango. So you got Atus Tango down here, KUSA, and oh no, that was wrong. KUSA up here, and facility is Terminal 4. Alright, that's looking better. Then let's go ahead and send that so that we get our clearance straight away. And yeah, then we can start working on our FMS. I'm going to leave the SID blank for the time being until we have received that clearance. In Heathrow we'll probably be landing on 27 left, and our arrival is going to be the Zurich 1 hotel arrival down here, and that thing is going to lead to...
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ockham.
A very warm welcome aboard British Airways Flight 172.
Here it is, and nope.
Departing from John F. Kennedy
Alright,
International
so
Airport.
here's our clearance, 2 to right. Alright, can do that. So JFK, 2 to right. No SID in here, so I'll just enter JFK 5. And that is looking good. Maintain 5000, departure 1257, warp 7453, expect 2 to right. Okay, accept that. 125.7.
Sarah and Oliver. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
Like that, and then we can also quickly tune 1215. Like that. Okay, and squawk 7453. Alright, so all that good stuff is already set. Beautiful. And maintaining 5000. Okay, so let's activate our route down here and a very quick check. So Betty, Alpha Charlie Kilo, Brad, November 261 Bravo to Nixo, not Victor towards Xetbo, direct Everin, direct Jetsi, direct Amphil, direct Orza, Papa 2 Zurich, and that's all looking fantastic. Then let's go ahead and cross-check our net as well. So we're flying via track Victor today, that's this one. Nixo 48, so that's Nixo 4850, 5140, 5130, 5220, Limri, and Xetbo. That's all looking good. Alright, then we can execute that route, load that wind data down here. And here we go. Execute FMC.com, descent forecast, uplink loads. Here we go. Ground distance 3065 nautical miles, and we got 3063 nautical miles. Excellent. Nothing in the nav aids, and we can tune JFK 25 mile ring around in the fix page. Transition altitude 18,000, and now for our uplink, let's accept that. And then let's go ahead and cross-check. Alternate fuel is 36.2, and that is correct. Flight level 350 is a little bit high. We are planned on level 330. Minus 37 is the correct fuel temperature, because we do have Jet A fuel here in the US and not Jet A1 like in pretty much most other places of the world. Takeoff reference page 2 is looking good, and then we are done with our setup over here. Or actually we're not, we still gotta cross-check our North Atlantic points. Let's do that real quick. So there's 4850, and that is correct. Then we have 5140, and that is also correct. Then we've got 5130, and that is also correct. Then we've got 5220, and that is also correct. And with that, our nav aids are all checked, and the FMC pre-flight is complete. So perf init here, route page there, and that's it. Okay, so starting on the overhead panel with our standard panel scan, not all that much to do really, since the 777 is just so automated. But down here, flight directors are coming on, and yeah, can't really set anything else there at the time. Airports this side, airports that side, checklists, reset all. I can also cancel this one. Clearance is also on board. Thank you. Okay, so that's all looking good up here. Let's go ahead and grab our QNH down here. So that's currently 3013. Which is now set and set. Okay, I like it. Park and brake can be set already. Nonetheless, quick check. Brake temperatures. Oh, actually still pretty warm. Okay. Then we are gonna release those brakes again. Alright, frequencies. So, delivery 13505. Active, and ground 1219 on standby. And that's all set. Down here as well, we don't need that one. That side is already set, and up here is set as well. TCAS above, squawk is in. Alright, then we're done with our pre-flight. Barrow set disagree. Yeah, okay. Gotta set the right side independently here. And here we go, 3013 is set. See, modern aircraft immediately detects if something is wrong. Okay, lovely. So all our setup is complete. Then let's go ahead and go for the departure briefing, please. So we're leaving New York on runway 22 right today with the radar vector departure. Most likely, well, not just most likely, but actually initial climb of 5,000. So let's go ahead and set that already. And the MSA is 3,600. The SID takes us straight ahead, and then we'll see where we are going to. Extra fuel and time, I basically didn't load any because I'm not expecting any delays tomorrow at that arrival time. Okay, and that's my part. So, we've got no hotspots for our taxi routing, and the SID is, as you just mentioned, radar vectored. Engine out SID though, straight at 25 miles, climbing 4,000, even though it's basically out of the open water, but we'll just make it 4,000 just to be safe here. Our immediate return would be onto runway 22 right as well, and we are above the maximum landing weight by quite a couple of tons. So runway is long enough, but nonetheless we do the overweight landing procedure. Evaluate fuel dumping, even though I'm not really a very strong friend of it, and then we decide on the further course of action. Our immediate return would be on 22 right as mentioned. I'm not going to fly that Canarsie approach on a single engine or with a burning aircraft. Well, apart from that, nothing special, nothing non-standard, and threats for the departure, I honestly don't see any, do you? Nope. Alright, then that's our briefing completed. So, pre-flight checklist, please. And, well, that one wants to park and brake, let's just see. Yeah, let's give him a couple more moments to cool, just to be safe here. Okay, so what's our cabin doing? Still 100 passengers to go. Okay, that's fine. Well then, in that case, let's nonetheless pretend that the load sheet is here and start with that. So we got a zero fuel weight of 223.9, like that, and that gives us a gross weight of 275.5, and that is close enough. Happy days. Takeoff CG 31. So we are departing JFK, runway 22 right, and it is a dry runway. Takeoff weight 276 and CG 31. Anti-ice off, air conditioning auto, that's all looking good. Then let's get our weather. So that's wind of 140 at 8. The temperature is 3 degrees and the QNH 3013. Alright, that's 59 degrees. And that gives us 87.7%, which is close enough. Flaps 5, CG 31, and the takeoff speed 65, 69, 73, and that's all checked down here. Okay, I like it. Trim 4.5 units, and that's it. So, cancel this. Trim 4.5 is checked, and now let's see about our gear. Yeah, 0.4 is good enough for me. So, park and brake is set, and then we can do the pre-flight checklist, please. Which is oxygen, test at 100%, flight instruments, heading 163, altimeter 3013, reading 30, set left, set right, pre-flight checklist complete. Okay, lovely. So, boarding 232 of 290, that's okay. Not worth doing a PA yet though. And apart from that, I think we have done pretty much everything. Let's just ensure that the TCAS is actually selected up here. Yeah, and then we're done. I gotta say, we're getting too quick over here. Our GSX can't even do the boarding quickly enough. 17 minutes into the video and we've already done everything. We are good. We are very good. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Top Gun quotes out of here and just go ahead and get ready. So, is there actually anything that we can do right now? Except for waiting? Not really. Let's see. GSX, well, 45 to go. I tell you what, let's already say good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening from Flight Deck. This is your captain speaking. My name is Emmanuel, and in the name of British Airways, welcome aboard our Boeing 777-300ER on our flight from New York to London. Today's flight time will be 5 hours and 45 minutes, expecting a very short cruise in possibly some light turbulence due to the very strong tailwind that we will be facing on our flight today. Nonetheless, we do expect to get you to London with a little bit of departure delay here in New York, but we will be able to make all of that up along our route and then get you to London about half an hour early. Thank you very much for being our guests today. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. And finally, I would like to ask you to pay your full attention to the cabin crew safety demonstration that is going to commence very shortly. That is not just for your own safety, but also for the safety of the passengers sitting around you. Thank you very much for your attention. Once again, welcome aboard. And now we are looking forward to bringing you to Great Britain in no matter of time at all. Now, we will get back here with the latest weather when we start the approach, and for now, thank you very much. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. Okay, that's looking good. So, the APU is already running, and it looks like boarding is completed any moment now. Just 5 passengers to go. Prepare for pushback and departure already, and yeah. Then let's wait for the doors to close, and then we should be good to go. So, ground operations, down here everything is removed. Ground service vehicles can all be released, but are anyway, and those doors will be closing momentarily anyway. GSX is just boarding the last passenger. Lovely. Okay, great. Then the chocks can already be removed down here, and all the rest will be done in a few moments, and then we are good to call for a pushback. Ground from flight deck. Go ahead. So, is the cargo loading complete already? Yeah, loading is complete. We will be closing those doors in a moment. Stand by. Alright, thank you very much. No rush, just checking. Of course, scheduled off block is in a minute. But a little bit of delay in New York, absolutely normal. Okay, good. So now they should be done. And they are done. Excellent. Alright, ground from flight deck. Can we pressurize the hydraulics? Yes, Captain, you're clear pressurize. Thank you. So, 173, runway heading 224, VNAV is armed and 5000 is selected. So, right system first. And as expected, there is no fuel in center, that's good. Now close all doors, let's help it a bit. So trim 4.5 units. Will you please? Oh, I've been pushing the yoke a bit. That is the reason. Alright, then flight deck door is closed. Outside doors should be closed in a moment. That's unless GSX is fucking with them. Yeah, why are they opening? No, 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 no. Close. Ground vehicles, release all. Not this shit again. So release all, and they are all released. And then? I think now they're all closed? Yep, they are. Good. And arm those doors. Okay, lovely. Then we are basically good to go. So let's go ahead and do the before start checklist. Which is flight deck door, closed and locked, MCP, V2173, heading 224, altitude 5000. Takeoff speeds, V1 165, VR 169, V2 173, CDU pre-flight completed, trim 4.5 units, 0 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed and holding down at the beacon. Alright. Let's call for pushback. Canary ground, Speedbird 172, heavy request pushback and startup.
Speedbird 172, heavy pushback and startup approved. Tail south.
Pushback and startup approved, tail south, Speedbird 172 heavy. Alright, before start checklist complete, ground flight deck. Pushback and startup approved, tail south. No de-icing necessary, no. So that's facing north then. Okay, and the parking brake is now released. Roger, started the pushback and stand by for engine start. Roger. Okay, so what are they waiting for? I think I might have put the trucks in a position again. Yep, remove trucks. Good. And with that, off we go. So, a couple of minutes delayed, not a problem at all. So ground, you let us know as soon as we can start the engines, please. Yeah, roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm
and you can
welcome
start the
aboard
engines.
British Airways Flight 172. Departing from
Alright,
John F. Kennedy
engine start sequence
International
is going to be
Airport to the splendid
2
city of London
then
Heathrow.
1.
Our estimated flight time is 5 hours and 50 minutes. We kindly ask you to pay close attention to the upcoming safety
Engine 2
demonstration,
start.
as it contains important information, even for our frequent flyers. Please fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap to fit snugly. The seatbelt must remain fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Kindly return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position and ensure your window blinds are open for takeoff. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are strictly prohibited on board including in the lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if required. Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat or between the seats. To put it on, pull it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft.
Okay, we have a good start in 2, starting 1.
Lighting will guide you to the nearest
Clear 1.
exit, which is clearly marked.
Engine 1 start, and the pushback is completed. Please stop parking brakes.
2 at the rear, and 4 over the wings. The nearest exit may be behind
Parking
you.
brake set.
In the event of an evacuation,
Roger.
please leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately. If a power
So, I
bank
think
or
we can
any
already start
electronic
turning a
device
couple of
becomes
those lights up.
unusually warm or emits
Probably going to
smoke,
need them.
please inform a member of the crew immediately. The safety information card in your seat pocket contains all
So,
the
engine 1 start is in
Thank you for your
progress.
attention.
Charlie Victor Bravo Tango Alpha.
I haven't seen the... Okay, there it comes. Was just about to complain how long they're taking for the tuck, but here we go. So, the engine start is looking fantastic. And here's the tuck. Now we're waiting for the ramp agent, and there she is. So, ground, we have 2 good starts, clear disconnect, show me the pin, and have a good day. And there is the pin, received. APU off, anti-ice auto, flaps 5. So, clear signal is received, flight control.
Yankee Alpha, hold short of runway 22 right, then
Full up.
Bravo Alpha Tango Alpha.
Full down. Neutral.
Zulu Yankee, Yankee Alpha.
Full left.
Hold short of runway 22 right, then Delta Bravo.
Full right.
Tango Alpha, Brickyard.
Neutral.
441.
Rudder. Full left. Full right. And neutral. So, before taxi checklist, anti-ice, auto, recall, checked, flight controls, checked, ground equipment, clear. Before taxi checklist, complete. Speedbird 172 Heavy, request taxi.
Speedbird 172, heavy runway 22 right, taxi via Tango Alpha Bravo Victor, hold short of runway 13 left, then Charlie Echo, Echo Echo.
Speedbird 172 Heavy, taxi runway 2 to right via Tango Alpha, Bravo Victor, hold short runway 13 left, thereafter Charlie Echo, Echo Echo. Okay, so Tango Alpha is out over here, and then they want us to go via Bravo, Victor, Charlie, Echo, Echo Echo. So that's a pretty early crossing of the runway, but yeah, why not?
JetBlue 9038, taxi departure.
So, clear right side,
Charlie Echo, Echo Alpha,
clear
Alpha,
left
Alpha.
side, and the parking brake is released.
Delta Charlie, Echo, Echo Alpha, Alpha, Foxtrot, JetBlue 9038.
Okay, let's go. So, looks like we needed a little bit of breakaway thrust, but we got a pretty high zero fuel weight today, so that is not really surprising. Now, that 777 on the left there seems pretty close. And yeah, it's just about at the line, huh? In the real world, I'd absolutely stop here. It's a 787, by the way. But in the real world, I would absolutely have stopped, asked for a wing walker. But for flight simming purposes, we know we are not going to be able to move him. Okay, so Tango Alpha is basically what we're on already. We are just going to follow the greens on to Bravo and then Victor. And Bravo is the outer of the 2 taxiways. Probably behind the other aircraft we see on the left there. So Stormlight is coming off. Well, I sat behind. Looks like he's actually an inbound. No comment on that, so we'll be taxiing through this. Always the same, isn't it? Come on, despawn. Not even despawning. No comment. Okay, cabin ready. So, weather on my side, terrain on yours. We'll review the takeoff briefing once we're safely on Victor over here.
JetBlue 2053, give way to the company 21 on your left.
Alright, so for the takeoff briefing, it's going to be a left to takeoff, runway 22 right, flaps 5, noise abatement procedure number 2, takeoff speeds 165, 169, 173, and the SID is radar vector climbing to 5,000. We've got nothing special, we've got nothing non-standard, and emergency straight ahead climbing 4,000, and then we can re-land on 22 right or 13 right as well if required. Speedbird 172 heavy, request crossing runway 13 left. So we're in Victor
Speedbird
right now.
172, heavy, cross runway 13 left, then continue taxi via Charlie Echo, Echo, Echo.
Crossing 13 left, continue Charlie Echo, 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 Speedbird 172 heavy. Alright, perfect.
Heavy, Echo, Echo.
Echo, Echo, Speedbird 172 heavy. Alright, so crossing. Both sides are clear. By the way, wonderful lights here, huh?
Speedbird 172, heavy, cross runway 13 left approved.
Yeah, you said that already. Okay, and now it's basically the full length. At least to the next crossing runway, and then we turn left. Alright. Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist complete. Checklist complete. So 30 knots, no faster than that, please. Here we go, and now straight ahead for a very long time. Let's see down there. Yep, here we are, so straight ahead for a very long time. Alright, so beautiful New York nighttime departure, a lovely short flight. That is one thing that I do love about flying long haul, when you have a flight that's, you know, less than 6 hours. It basically feels like you are working medium hauls again, but with the difference that on long haul operation you're actually combining that very short time to work with a lovely layover. Alright, there's Delta Bravo over here. Echo is going to be the next thereafter. And then to Echo Echo, which is almost the full length. Okay, Echo to the left. Let's slow down a little so that we don't run into that JetBlue, even though he's more than far enough away by now. So 10 knots like this. Looks like it may be a little slippery here. I'm not 100% sure whether there may be some snow on the aprons here. Alright, and we can already see the sign for Echo Echo in front over there. Excellent. So, here's Echo Echo, waiting for the tower handoff.
Approaching 22 right.
That's checked.
Ready to taxi.
Okay.
JetBlue 383, runway 22 right, taxi.
Parking brake is set. They probably forgot to hand us over.
Right, then echo, echo.
Let's see. Tower on 22 right, 1239er.
Right, then echo, echo, JetBlue 383.
Kennedy Tower, Speedbird 172 Heavy, ready for departure. And 1257 is pre-selected for our departure frequency. Lovely, then we're basically good to go.
172 Heavy Kennedy Tower, not clear what you said. Say again.
Speedbird 172 Heavy is ready for departure. Ah, voice recognition.
Speedbird 172 Heavy, runway 22 right, winds 140 at 8. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff, Speedbird 172 Heavy. Okay, cabin crew, prepare for departure. The left side is clear, the right side is clear, and then we're good to go. Okay, so we follow the runway heading, and what I'd like you to do is to match that heading bug once we're airborne. Okay, ready?
On runway 22 right.
That's checked, and takeoff. Stabilized. Set takeoff thrust.
Approaching 3-1 right.
Takeoff thrust set, indications normal.
80 knots.
Checked.
Rotating. Positive rate.
Gear up. Alright, match the heading book. Select heading, select. And here we go. Beautiful. Flaps 1.
Contact departure.
Over to departure, Speedbird 172 Heavy. Kennedy departure, Speedbird 172 Heavy, 1700, climbing 5000 on the runway heading. Flaps up. Speed check.
Roger.
Speedbird 172, heavy New York departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000.
Climb and maintain 10,000, Speedbird 172 Heavy. Set, 10,000 checked. Okay, drifting a little bit now. Let's correct that heading. Stay on the center line. And that's looking fantastic.
Speedbird 172,
Autopilot.
heavy climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200, Speedbird 172 Heavy. Set, 200 checked, and off the takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete. Where is that first waypoint? Oh, to the left there. Okay. Well, that will call us.
172 heavy, direct BT, then is filed, please.
Direct BT, then it's filed. Speedbird 172 Heavy. Okay, BT. Execute. LNAV available. LNAV. look at this. I think we've probably just found the thumbnail picture for the video later on. Because this just looks amazing, doesn't it? Yeah, look at that. New York City.
American 3085, contact Kennedy Tower on 119.1.
That's just fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. I just love the night lighting in Flight Simulator 2024. So incredibly good. And now look at this. While we're flying along Long Island over here, you can make out the island, you can make out the city next to it, just like in the real world. Fantastic. Really fantastic. We've come a long way, a very, very long way, with that flight simulator.
172, heavy, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260, Speedbird 172 heavy. Set. 260 checked. Alright. Then we're approaching 10,000. I'm not going to turn off the lights just yet, but we can definitely already release our guests. And then looking down here, arrival time 0744, and the schedule is I think 8:40.
Dear guests,
Yep.
we are pleased to inform you that the use of approved
Alright,
electronic
fantastic.
devices is now permitted in
Looking
flight
over
mode.
here,
Our cabin service will
recommended
commence
level
shortly,
350.
and we thank you for your patience. Should you
Does it
require any
have the
assistance,
current
please
winds?
do not hesitate to ask
I'm just
any
going to do
member of
another
our
wind
dedicated
request
crew.
because Simbrief wanted us in
We wish you a pleasant journey
3.3
with
because
British
the winds
Airways.
would be better down there. But if the winds aren't that good, or if that has changed since the flight plan has been created, then I am happy to climb level 350 as well. That's exactly what you got that recommended altitude function for. Okay, so requesting that wind data and enter. Now let's see that thing again. Calculating, recommended 3.5. Alright, then we're gonna go up to flight level 350. And descent forecast uplink is here as well. Load that please. And yeah, that's all I got for the time being. So I'd say, what is Elnoff doing? Just jumped a mile to the left. Okay. Climb it to BT, please. Okay, well then. I'd say sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. And enjoy a beautiful upcoming sunrise after our Atlantic crossing. And then I'll see you all on the other side when we start the approach into London.
radar identified. G'day, expect the ILS runway 27 right approach into Heathrow.
Expecting the ILS runway 27 right, speedbird 172 heavy. Alright my friends, expecting the ILS runway 27 right, and we are going in and out of the clouds over here, preparing our approach into Heathrow. So let's go ahead and have a look into what we've got in the system now, and then start the approach. Now, we are going to start with the current Asus. It's arriving runway 27 right, and the wind is 209, visibility 10, temperature 10, QNH 1009, which is pre-selected once, and we can just put that down here as well. Okay, minimum 278, which we just quickly gotta set on that right-hand side, so that's 278, and set like this, thank you very much, and then let's go ahead and have a look. So in the FMC we got 240 below 10,000, the forecast page is filled in, ring of 25 miles for MSA awareness is drawn around the airport. The arrival basically leads us to Ockham, and we must not proceed further than Ockham without ATC clearance. So I'm just quickly going to punch that in over here, and then just give me a bearing of, say, 180 and 360 around this, just as a little reminder that we are not proceeding past this without ATC clearance. Yeah, apart from that, we are just coming in for the standard ILS approach, starting in 2500, 3-degree glide, standard stuff, go around straight at 1580, right turn 315, climb into 3000, and that's those details. So let's go ahead and start with the approach briefing, and then we can go ahead and make a quick goodbye PA to our passengers as well. In the meantime, just give me a vertical speed 200 here to be sure to get the aircraft down to 250 below we're reaching 10,000. And by the way, look at that beauty of the weather over here. Just gotta love it, huh? The weather just looks so excellent in this simulator. Alright then, let's go back inside though. We are reaching 10,000, so let's just go over to level change. And then lights are on, seatbelts are on, smoking signs are on, and that's it. Alright, cool. So let's do the approach briefing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so this is going to be the Zurich 1 hotel arrival. Perhaps the Ockham transition for the ILS approach runway 27 right. We are going to do this all with radar vectors to the final, and the minimum is 278 with a minimum safe altitude of 3,000 feet around the airport. Extra fuel on time, we arrive with 8.6, and 7.9 is going to be the arrival fuel, 6.2 the minimum, so that's 15 minutes of extra fuel.
Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
Alright, so we will do this with flight director guidance, flaps 30 maximum reverse and auto brakes 3. Stop margin is about 1,000 meters to vacate the runway to the left hand side. And yeah, at the moment it looks like that cell of rain is just over the airport. We'll see about how the weather is going to be there and how the visibilities are going to be there. Cabin ready, that is good, and yeah, I think overall that's it for our briefing. Non-standards, nothing, specials, nothing, and threats, yeah, maybe the weather, visibility on final a bit, so you can go into weather radar as well over there, and that's really it. Any questions or suggestions? Nope. Perfect, so that's our briefing completed, and then we can go right back into VNAV. Okay, so we went through 100, we are still on standard though, so there's that. Well then, let's use the moment to say goodbye to our passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We've started the approach on Heathrow, remaining flight time is now less than 10 minutes. The weather in Heathrow at the moment, a little bit rainy, temperatures of about 10 degrees. Thank you for choosing British Airways for today's flight. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did and look forward to welcoming you again on board our future flight. Thank you very much for your attention. Okay. Speedbird 172 Heavy, request radar vectors to final approach. I'm not 100% sure if Say Intentions knows that we cannot continue past
current
Stockholm.
heading 090 vectors for the ILS runway 27 right approach.
Maintaining present heading, vectors ILS 07 right, Speedbird 172 heavy, thank you. Heading select. Okay. That solves that problem. Okay, approach checklist please. Altimeters? Actually no, we can't do that, we're still on standard. Okay. So, looks like we've got a lovely couple of clouds ahead over here. Let's actually tell our cabin crew to sit down now. Hi, it's Emmanuel from the flight deck. Just to let you know, we are running into some turbulence in a few moments, so please do take your seats, okay? Thank you. Alright, the plane wants to reduce to 220, that's because of the arrival, but I'll tell you what, since we are not actually flying the arrival, might as well just keep that speed up high. So, I do have a feeling that we are going to maintain flight level 70 for a bit, but I'm not complaining, since it definitely does look turbulent down there. And I'm not too eager to fly into that turbulence. Alright. Well then, for the time being, there actually isn't much more that we can do. So, typical pilot things that we are doing right now, aka sitting around doing nothing. Well, I mean, sitting around enjoying the beautiful views outside the window, of course. After all, you know, back in the days in school, they always used to tell me no one's ever gonna pay me for looking out the window. Well, I tend to disagree, and I think she will as well. So now there's hoping that we are not going to fly all the way into that weather cell that we see at the top of the nav display there, because looking out here may actually be a little bit turbulent in there. Certainly not too interested in going into that. But look at the wonderful lighting here. I really love those sunsets and sunrises in this simulator. They've just done such an incredible job at the graphics. And I tell you honestly, in the real world, flying is a major part just looking out and admiring the beautiful world. Okay, I think we're probably not going to avoid that cell completely there. Would be nice if we got a left turn straight away, but we're probably still a little bit too close to the final approach fix down there. Well, let's see. Speedbird 172, we show a little bit of weather ahead. Can we turn left heading 360? Can't say more than no, huh?
Speedbird 172, turn left heading 360 approved.
Left heading 360 approved, Speedbird 172. Okay, beautiful. Heading 360. That is still going to take us through that little bit over there, which is probably this one here. But no way to avoid this now, and hey, this isn't too bad. This is just some green on the radar.
Bird 172, turn right heading 105.
No. Just no. I'll continue on this heading, no matter what. Just pretend we haven't heard it.
Virgin 58, contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
Further descent would of course be appreciated.
48 for Virgin 58.
Speedbird 172, request further descent.
Speedbird 172, descend at your discretion.
Descending at our discretion down to 3000, Speedbird 172. Not what I expected, especially not in the London TMA. But I'm not gonna complain. Alright then, let's start going down. Might as well take a little bit of speed brakes here to help it. And flaps 1. Speed check.
Speedbird 172 heavy,
Flaps 1.
7 miles from Charlie Foxtrot 27 Romeo, turn left heading 310, descend altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1009er, until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 27 right approach.
Left heading 310 down 3000 on QNH 1009er, cleared ILS 27 right, Speedbird 172 heavy. Set QNH. And QNH 1009er is cross-check, passing 5400 now. So, final fix on top please, with the inbound course, and execute. Approach checklist. Altimeters, QNH 1009er, approach checklist complete. So we are 13 miles out, we are approaching the glide slope now. Let's start our speed reduction. And vertical speed 1500. That's 5. Speed checked.
Nordic 32 Alpha contact Gatwick Tower on 124.
So we no longer need that Ockham reminder.
124.
Approach speed is looking good.
32 Alpha.
And then we are cleared for the approach. Approach mode is armed.
72 contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
124.48, Speedbird 172. Localizer capture, runway heading 268. Heathrow Tower, Speedbird 172 heavy, ILS 27 right.
Speedbird 172 heavy, Heathrow Tower, identified, ILS runway 27 right.
Okay, whatever. Well then, we are nicely established, and that's all looking fantastic. Glide slope capture, go around altitude 3000 sets. And we can switch the mode selector back in auto. Okay.
Traffic.
Yeah, he's not going to play a role, we're below him.
Speedbird 172 heavy, speed 160 till 4 nautical miles.
160 until 4, Speedbird 172 heavy. Gear down, flips 20.
Speedbird 172 heavy, wind 200 at 9er, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Runway 27 right, clear to land, Speedbird 172 heavy. Okay, traffic is 5 miles ahead, probably also a wide body. Alright, and that is looking good. Flaps 30. Speed checked. Flaps 30. So 160 until 4. Then the lights are on, the cabin is seated anyway, and with that everything is complete. Okay, landing checklist. Landing checklist complete. So the missed approach area is, yeah, slightly in that yellow, but pretty much clear. I'm happy with that. Okay then, let's have some fun. So, manual flight, and give me VRF +5, please. Runway is in sight, and now 12 o'clock. That was a quick deceleration, didn't expect that. Just gotta trick a little bit here. And here we go. Okay, all stabilized. $150 knots, so we should be doing about 800 feet a minute here.
Approaching 27 right.
Checked. Little bit of rain, nothing significant. And most
500.
importantly, nothing to worry about. Checked. Continue.
100. 30. 20. 10.
Nice one. Speed brake up, thrust reverse normal. And there's 77%, 100 knots. 80 knots. 60 knots. Manual brakes.
1,500 meters remaining.
Okay, and with that, welcome to London Heathrow.
Speedbird 172, welcome to Heathrow. Contact ground on 121.905.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived
121.905, Speedbird 172 heavy.
to the world's oldest underground railway system, known as the Tube, which first opened in 1863. We thank you for choosing British Airways for your journey today. Please remain...
Heathrow ground, good morning, Speedbird 172 heavy, request taxi to gate 548.
On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with British Airways. The local time here in London is 7:48 in the morning.
Speedbird 172, taxi to Terminal 5B, gate 548 via Echo Bravo Charlie. Good day.
Echo Bravo Charlie, gate 548. Speedbird 172. Okay, so Echo Bravo Charlie. Easy. Well then, weather radar off before we forget about it later on. And that's it. Welcome to London. I gotta say, except for those two sound stutters, I'm not sure if you heard them in the recording as well. I guess you probably did. Except for those two sound stutters on the final, that was a thoroughly enjoyable approach. Now let's get a little bit of those wipers going here. De-icing hold. No, we don't need that today. Alright, let's find some GSX services. Gate 548, right down here. Follow me is not required, thank you. And that's it. Okay, so Charlie is going to be next left.
City Air 2 Echo Lima, ready to taxi.
City Air 2 Echo Lima, runway 27 left taxi via Lima, Bravo, link 28,
Start
November
APU.
1.
Runway 27 left taxi via Lima.
And
Bravo,
here we
link
go,
28,
clear on the left
November 1,
side.
City Air 2 Echo Lima.
So, lovely A380 on the left there. And 548, here it is, with an A320 on it. Well, I suppose in that case we'll just turn off say intentions, because then all those aircraft are going to vanish. Okay, so 777-300ER is on the guidance system. Still raining a little bit here, but we're gonna make it nice and slow anyway. Guidance system in feet, no comment on that. Definitely not what you would expect in Europe. 1 stop. Okay, APU running is already checked, and shutting down 1 and shutting down 2. Cabin crew, disarm slides and cross-check. Alright, and here we are. So the engines are going off, then let's go ahead and call for GSX to request the deboarding. We can quickly go down here, ground ops, shocks in position, ground power request, door management, disarm all, and then let's shut her down. So Squawk 2000 standby, flight directors are going off, engines are below 20%, and shutdown checklists. Park and brake, it's actually no longer required, off. Okay, shutdown checklist complete. Flighter from ground, hello. Very good morning. So, the trucks are in position, park and brake can be released, and power is connected. Okay, thank you very much. The airplane's good, don't touch it, and then we see you up here in a moment. Thank you. So, secure checklist, packs on, secure checklist complete. Alright, and that's it already. So, welcome to London. I do hope you liked this one. Leave your feedback in the comments underneath the video. I definitely had a blast at this one, and I am very much looking forward to see you all again on the next one. Let me know your feedback in the comments underneath, and if you really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all again on the next one.